Congratulations, you have signed with a talent agency. Now, what's next, right? So if you've already done your paperwork, you are complete in the process with the paperwork. But there are a couple of things that you need to get done before I can start submitting you for work. And one of the most important tools that you're going to need is your actor's headshot. If you already have a headshot, fantastic. Now I want you to take it out and I want you to look at it. Now it's got to look like you and how you would look like when you were to walk into that room for an audition. So it's very important that you get a professional headshot taken. Okay, don't get your mom to take you in the backyard. Don't go to a park. I don't like to see any trees behind your head. If I can figure out where you are in your headshot, like I could see a park or a playground behind you, or an HEB or 7-Eleven or Stripes in the background, that is not a professional headshot. Everything else should be blurred out except for your eyes. Your eyes are the most important thing in your headshot, so you have to make sure that that's the center focal point of your headshot. I'm going to show you an example of a great headshot and how it should look like for those of you who want to start auditioning. This is a professional 8x10 colored headshot. This is Stephanie Myers, Miss Wonderful Actress in Houston, Texas. Now, Stephanie has her eyes completely in focus. It gives an idea of her personality, and she also has a border around her headshot with her name and the agency logo. Now, the agency logo, I required it for our first year in business last year. If you want to put the logo on it in 2016, that's perfectly fine with me. If you don't, I'm not going to hold it against you. You can either have the logo on your headshot or not, but it must be on your resume. Now, your resume is going to print on regular 8.5 by 11 paper. I'm going to need you to cut that down. That means trim the edges to fit the back of an 8x10 picture, and you're going to staple it on all four corners. I know it sounds old school. I'd rather you do that than print it on the back of your picture, because sometimes casting directors like to separate your resume and your headshot for whatever reason. And sometimes right when you print out a whole bunch of resumes on the back of your pictures, you book a job and then you have to update it anyway. So it's best just to do the old-fashioned way and print it out and staple it to the back of your headshot. Now, if you do have a headshot, but you do not have a hard copy of your headshot yet, I cannot submit you on auditions. I can't send you out on auditions, because every in-person audition that you go on, you need to take one of these babies with you. All right, so it's very important that you take your headshot and you upload it online to either a place like rockyourheadshot.com or printheadshots.com. Now, they can set it up for you with the border and the name and the logo, or you can set it up yourself, and then they'll give you a proof sometimes online where you can look at it and then mail you the 25 minimum copies that you need to order. And you'll get a good quality. You won't get a CVS or Walgreens printout. So do not go to any audition that I send you on unless it's absolutely an emergency with a picture that you printed out at a CVS or an Office Depot. That is not a professional picture. There should not be an emergency, because you should always have them on hand. I used to go to my auditions with a stack of headshots in a folder, and I kept them in my car, because whatever audition I was going on, I would pick the headshot that would go with that role. So it's good to be prepared at all times. So order your headshots online. First, take your headshots if you have not taken them yet. And there's some good people that I can recommend if you're in the Austin area, in the Corpus Christi area. I don't know if I have anybody in Houston yet, but I do know of a couple of great photographers in San Antonio as well. Please get the photographer that you're thinking of shooting with not approved, but I'd like to see their work, because I'd hate for you to go and spend an insane amount for pictures, especially if you're not in the LA or New York market. There's no reason why you need to spend 500 plus on headshots. So please show them to me, show me their website, say, hey, I'm thinking of shooting with this photographer, because if they don't do professional headshots, if they do modeling or they do something artistic, that's not going to work for an actor headshot. So I want to be able to say, hey, you know what, those are great pictures that this guy takes or this girl takes, but they're not headshots, and I don't want you to waste your time and money on something that is not going to be approved by the agency. Your picture has to be approved by your agent, and I need to be able to submit you for work based on your headshot. So that covers headshots and resumes. So that's number one in what to do once you got your agent. So you've got your paperwork filled out. Now you got to go take a headshot and print them up so you have them ready for your in-person auditions. Once you have your paperwork completed and your hard copy headshot, I need 3 in my office. So go ahead and mail them to me at 555 South Shoreline Boulevard, Suite 104, Corpus Christi, Texas, 78401. Attention, the Blanco Agency. And we need to keep 3 on file. I normally use them for my actor wall, which I'll show you in a second, and keep a few on file in case there's any local work that I'd like to submit your headshot for as well. All right, so I need 3 copies of your headshot, and it's mainly because they go on my actor wall here because it helps me figure out who I'm going to submit for what. And this is also a good idea for me to know who's prepared for the auditions that I send them on and who is not. If your picture is not on this wall, that means you are not prepared for a commercial or film audition that requires you to arrive in person.